Hello again, everyone, and welcome to our BCTV coverage of the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps' National Muster. There's going to be a parade, and we're going to show you all the parade, all 31 bands from all over the Northeast, as well as from Limerick, Ireland. They're all going to be in the parade, and you're going to see them all on this program. We're standing right now on Hammer Field. This is the location where everybody's has met. Again, the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps, it's their event, a National Muster, first time ever in Branford. Now, this parade that you're going to see, it's described as a once-in-a-lifetime event, and it's the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps' gift to Branford. It's going to be that spectacular. All 31 bands, Fife and Drum Corps, are going to be in this parade. So it's going to be a really spectacular program, and I'm glad you're with us. And so right now we're going to move our camera up to watch the parade. So stay with us as the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps presents its own National Muster Parade. Stay with us. Okay, I'm going to bring you up to date right now. We've moved our camera. We're up on South Main Street, and we're awaiting the Stoney Creek National Muster Parade to pass by. 31 bands from all over the Northeast and Limerick, Ireland, all represented. They're all in the parade, all 31 bands. You're going to see them all right here on this program. Now, a little bit about Stoney Creek, and then we're going to talk about their history, as the program unfolds. But they were organized in Stoney Creek in 1886. There are 26 members in the band. They play at Seaside Hall in Stoney Creek. If you're interested in the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps, you can contact them at the website stoneycreekdrumcorps.org. Okay, that's the website. Now, the parade, let's talk about the parade. Okay, as I said before, there's 31 corps registered for this parade. Now, leading off the parade, the first thing you're going to see when it starts to go by here on South Main Street is, right, there's an honor guard from the Connecticut State Police. Then you're going to see the Branford Police and the Branford Fire Department honor guards. Now, the parade is already on South Main Street, so we're going to be cutting to the parade any minute. As I said before, this is a once-in-a-lifetime event, and it's the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps' gift to Branford. That's how great it is, the parade and also the muster, which is taking place all weekend. Stoney Creek is also welcoming back to Stoney Creek and Branford their special guests, the St. Mary's Prize Band from Limerick, Ireland, and they're in the parade, and I'll be sure to point them out as they pass by. Keep in mind now, this parade, there's no floats. It's just straight up drum corps. That's all it is, drum corps after drum corps, 31 of them. And our state has the biggest number of drum corps in America. The drum corps go back to the Revolutionary War. They played the drums as the troops, as they marched, because it gave them energy. And also the way the music, the tones of the music, this is before telephone, before any form of communication, that they actually used the music to communicate with other troops. Okay, so we're coming up. Let's take a look now at the parade as it goes by. As I said before, the first group going by is the Connecticut State Police Honor Guard. This is a great view of the parade from our vantage point here right on South Main Street. And it's a beautiful late morning, August 20th, 2022, here in Branford, Connecticut. It's kind of on the warm side, but it's nice. There's a lot of people here at the parade route. They brought their chairs, and there's big groups of people that have spots in the shade. Okay, so as it approaches, again, first thing you're going to see, right, it's the Connecticut State Police Honor Guard, and then the Branford Police Honor Guard, and the Branford Fire Department Honor Guard. This, I believe, is the chief of the fire department. That's the honor guard from the fire department here in Branford. And then the first band just coming into view is the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps. Uncle Sam. And so now we're going to enjoy the music. Really brought the crowd to their feet. Stoney Creek is famous for its 7-roll drumming, and if we can talk to Joe Mooney, president, later on, we'll ask him what that means. That was spectacular. It brought the crowd to its feet. Stoney Creek's Fife and Drum Corps has done a wonderful job organizing this. All 31 bands from all over the Northeast and Canada and Ireland. Okay, coming up now, the Camden Continentals Fife and Drum Corps from Camden, New York, formed in 1850. It's the longest playing Fife and Drum Corps in New York State. So let's enjoy the Continentals. Great, the Continentals, outstanding music. Now coming up, take a look at this, right? Making a return to Branford, a return to Stoney Creek from Limerick, Ireland, founded in 1885, 1 year older than Stoney Creek, St. Mary's Prize Band. outstanding. Just magnificent. And they've halted, but right in front of us now, it's the young Colonials Fife and Drum Corps from Carmel, New York, one of the best junior corps around. As I said before, all 31 bands that are here for the weekend are in this parade. They will all be performing for the rest of the day after the parade at Hammer Field until 10 o'clock tonight. Okay, wearing their rose-colored shirts they're famous for, founded in 1988, the Adamsville Ancients Fife and Drum Corps from Del Mar, New York. The Adamsville band that just went by, they provide fife and drum music to the greater Albany, New York area. And they started in 1988. Coming up, band number 6 out of 31 bands, the Essex, Connecticut Sailing Masters of 1812. Carrying on the history of the War of 1812. Look at those uniforms. They were organized in 1963. The uniforms are modeled on the third officer on board during the War of 1812. The third officer known as the Sailing Master. You're watching coverage of the Stony Creek Fife and Drum Corps' National Muster Parade here in Branford, Connecticut. I'm Frank Twohill. Coming up next, the Black River Fife and Drum Corps. And the members of this band are from all over New England and New York. They perform all over that region, New England and New York. Black River Fife and Drum Corps. Coming up from East Greenwich, Rhode Island, Kentish Guards. They wear federal period uniforms. The band was reorganized in 1966. Kentish Guards. Okay, coming up This is the oldest fife and drum band in the United States, the ATTOB Drum Band from Waterbury, Connecticut. ATTOB Drum Band, oldest in the United States. Just unbelievable excellence, band after band. What a wonderful experience right here in Branford. Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps' National Muster Parade. The first one ever held in Branford. From right down I-95 now, the Westbrook Drum Corps, organized in 1910. And then next weekend coming up, the Westbrook Drum Corps hosts their famous Westbrook Muster in Westbrook next weekend. All of these talented musicians are so into their craft of fife and drum corps. I mean, they give up their weekends, travel all over. They're spending the weekend here in Branford, camping on Hammer Field. It's really amazing. This is the Milford Volunteers Ancient Fife and Drum Corps from Milford, Connecticut. You know, experiencing the muster, especially this parade, you'll feel like you've gone back in time. It's like living history going right by you here. That's really how wonderful it is. Coming up right now, we have the Landcraft Fife and Drum Corps from North Haven. They've been around since 1888. They're coming up right now, we have Clique from New Britain. They play Swiss festival music with piccolos. And you may be asking, how come Switzerland? How come they play Swiss festival music? Well, it's because the research I did pointed to that Switzerland was the first place that they put drums together with fifes. Now coming up, you see, looking down South Main Street here, there's a cannon being pulled out in front of this next band, which is the Ancient Mariners. Okay, here's the story on the Ancient Mariners. They resurrect colonial seamen with up-tempo hornpipes, jigs, and work songs used aboard ships. And they are led by I thought it was a cannon, but yeah, it is a cannon. They are led by a pirate in chains, the Ancient Mariners from Connecticut. They're from all over the state. That's quite a cannon there. I believe that last band, the Ancient Mariners, they're very closely connected to Guilford. But each band that goes by, right, everyone's got different costumes, different themes, they play different music, but it all goes back, right, to the Revolutionary War in America. Coming up, here's a band all dressed in red. Okay, this is the Grand Republic Fife and Drum Corps coming up. They recreate the music of the 1890s. So anyway, everything started yesterday when Hammerfield opened to the 31 bands. And so they put up their tents, they stayed overnight, and they played yesterday evening until 10 o'clock. And it was just like, you know, an army encampment back in the Revolutionary War days. That they had, they could buy food from the Branford Italian American Club and the Branford Rotary Club too. They had a joint food tent, and then there was a stand open from the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps. You could buy T-shirts and hats, and also their latest CD. And then there was a beer tent. Stoney Creek Brewery made 86, which was a special ale, you know, for this weekend, for the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps National Muster. A special ale was created, 86. So they all had that when they were on the Hammerfield last night. Coming up right now, we have St. Peter's Drum Corps from Torrington, Connecticut. Trumpets, glockenspiels, and fifes. Also last night there was a performance, or tattoo as they call it, which started at 7 o'clock, hosted by the Young Colonials Fife and Drum Corps of Carmel, New York. Then there was a mass jollification or jam session of all participating groups. And it was crowded last night. It was open to the public. And it was great. Coming up now from Wethersfield, Connecticut, the Colonel John Chester Fife and Drum Corps, formed in 1940. It's Connecticut's oldest junior fife and drum corps, with the members being aged 7 to 21. Okay, coming up now with the distinctive blue pants, the Connecticut Blues. They were formed in 1975, and they're from all over Connecticut, you know, the members. Out of Durham, Connecticut, that was the Connecticut Blues. So you may ask, how come the fife and drum corps were in the Armies? Why? What was the purpose of it? Well, as I said before, the music tended to help the soldiers walk long distances. You know, they'd get tired walking, and then the band would start up, and it would give them energy. They would hear the, you know, the drumming, and I mean, it worked. The first time fife and drums were used together was in Switzerland. What happened with the Swiss had won their freedom in 1291, and they became famous for the bravery and excellence of the military. Coming up right now, founded in 2002, the William Diamond Junior Fife and Drum Corps from Lexington, Massachusetts, 8 to 18 years old. The other thing with fife and drum corps, you have to remember, this was before telephones, before radios. The unique frequencies of fife and drums carried over long distances, and coding could go from one army to another based on the, you know, the songs they played. Coming up right now from almost in Canada, St. Albans, Vermont. Hannaford's Volunteers Fife and Drum Corps since 1875. Their goal is to keep the spirit of colonial music alive. Yeah, just to correct, I mean, we thought the next band was, right, the Hannaford's Volunteers from St. Albans, Vermont. I didn't see them. Instead, that was Band 21. The Connecticut Patriots from Bristol, organized in 1878. So coming up right after the parade, we're going to be going back to Hammerfield for the opening ceremony. Right now, the next band coming up, more great fife and drumming. Okay, this next band is from Fairview, New Jersey. Founded in 1947, it's the Rough Riders Drum Corps. Okay, as we await the next band, let's talk a little bit about Stoney Creek, the Fife and Drum Corps, organized in 1886. What they do is they play an ancient style of fifing and drumming. They have a very esteemed history from 1886. In 1957, they represented our state in President Dwight Eisenhower's parade in Washington, D.C. They were in the St. Patrick's Day Parade in Ireland in 2018. First prize international band competition in Limerick, Ireland. It's an amazing band, as we all know. Coming up now from Bluff Point, Groton, the Bluff Point Quahog Diggers Band. Also on Stoney Creek, they've won 5 Connecticut State Fifers and Drummers Championships. Their first appearance was in 1887, a performance at the top of East Rock in New Haven to open the monument up there. So it's just an amazing band, and again, if you're interested in getting involved with them, they're always looking for people. The website is StoneyCreekDrumCorps.org. Telephone 203-315-0085. Right now, this is the Marlborough Junior Ancients from Marlborough, Connecticut. Coming up, you can see all the bands that have turned on to South Main Street and are coming this way. Coming up next is the Yalesville Fife and Drum Corps from Yalesville, Connecticut, part of Wallingford. It's an ancient fife and drum corps formed in the late 1800s, and it was reorganized in 1975. Here's the Yalesville Fife and Drum Corps. All this patriotic music is really great. Coming up right now is the Chester Fife and Drum Corps from Chester, Connecticut, established in 1868. People in these 31 bands that you're seeing go by, they all have a real love of music, especially of fife and drumming. And from what I've been told, the bands are doing pretty well. I mean, they're always looking for new members, but I mean, they're all managing to survive pretty well. There are a few bands, however, that have had to consolidate in the last year or so after the pandemic. Coming up right now, we have the Connecticut Valley Field Music, also from Marlborough, Connecticut. This is from the Civil War era, and they play rope tension, snare, and bass drums and wooden fifes. You really have to give them credit, the band members, right? They all wear authentic uniforms. It's on the warm side today here in Branford, but yet they all have the full uniforms on. As they've gone by, you can't help but see that, some of those uniforms are thick cloth and even wool, but they wear them happily. Here's a youth group coming up. This is the Deep River Junior Ancients, 18-member corps. It's great. Making a correction, that was the Gaelic Pipe and Drum Corps from New Haven. They were great. That's the first bagpiper we've seen. That's not an easy instrument to play either. You've got to have good lungs to play the bagpipe. Okay, we're just about at the end of the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps National Muster Parade. But before it's over, we've got two more bands to enjoy. I think this is the Comstock Fife and Drum Corps from Ivoryton, organized in 1980. And coming up right now, our last band, the Gray Coats Fife and Drum from Washington, D.C., featuring precision marching and drumming with a repertoire of military music from the Revolutionary and Civil Wars. Actually, that was a group which was from all different bands. Here are some of our police vehicles. Okay, that was just a terrific, fantastic parade. Really, the likes of which the town of Branford has never seen before. And we have to give, our thanks, of course, to the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps who organized it, right? The National Muster Parade, all this weekend here at Hammer Field in Branford. So the parade being over, what we are going to do now is move our camera back to Hammer Field. We're going to bring to you the opening ceremonies. So stay with us as BCTV's coverage continues of, again, the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps National Muster. Okay, we're back on Hammer Field, and you're watching BCTV's coverage of the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps National Muster Parade. And we're just about to see the opening ceremonies for the muster. There'll be some speeches, and we'll be carrying all that for you, showing it to you right here on this program. Now, after the opening takes place, all day now there'll be bands playing right here on the baseball diamond on the pitcher's mound. All 31 bands that you saw go by in our parade coverage are going to be performing here. On stand, they call it. And they're going to be playing now all day, all afternoon, into the night, until the 10 o'clock curfew. And also at the very end of the evening, there's going to be a jam. All the bands are going to be, here on the baseball field playing together. It's going to be a great afternoon and evening after the opening ceremonies takes place. So it was really a spectacular event. I just talked with the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps President, Joe Mooney, and I complimented him on all the work that went in to bringing this all together. 31 bands here on Hammer Field, all the tents, all the places to buy food. Stoney Creek Rescue Company 5, they ran the Stoney Creek Brewery beer tent where you could purchase the special Stoney Creek Ale 86, which was brewed especially in honor of this weekend and in honor of the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps by Ed Crowley and his family. And they also had Stoney Creek T-shirts. And as I said before, there was a tent, and it'll be open today. You can purchase Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps items, the current CD, hats, T-shirts. So anyway, there's a big crowd here on the green, and we're just about...
I want to welcome everybody here today. I'm Jamie Cosgrove, First Selectman for the town of Branford. This is a great day today. First, I want to acknowledge the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps for organizing and calling this National Muster here in Branford. As we all know, Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps is a part of our history here in Branford, but more important, they're part of the enduring fabric of our community. So I want to thank them once again for participating every year in every parade and every event, but also once again thank them for organizing this. This started several months ago and it really pulled together tremendously. It's great to see the community turn out along the entire parade route and here. And also on behalf of the town, I want to welcome all the corps who came here to Branford to participate in this national event. Yeah, let's give them a round of applause and thank them. Without further ado, I'll hand it over to Joe Mooney from Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps. But we have a great day full of music and entertainment, and I look forward to this in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie. And welcome everyone to Hammer Field, Branford, Connecticut. And we've got a beautiful day. And I want to thank the town of Branford, Jamie and his administration, the police department, fire department, the rec department, public works, and others that really helped to pull this event together. Also, very great thank you to the State Police Honor Guard, we were honored to have them in front of us today. Branford Police along with them, so that was a great thing. Let's have a round of applause for the town and the State Police and all that helped us put this together. We got Company 5 Volunteer Fire Department out of Stoney Creek is manning up the beer tent, and you got the IA Club, the Italian American Club, and the Rotary with the food. So thank them as well. Again, enjoy the day, and thank you for coming. Next is going to be Corinne from the Company of Fifers and Drummers.
Hi everybody, my name is Corinne Mitchell and I'm the president of the Company of Fifers and Drummers. Thank you to Stoney Creek for hosting the National Muster for 2022. And thank you to everybody in the town of Branford, all the organizations that have made this possible. Thank you Young Colonials for hosting the tattoo last night. And thank you to all the volunteers that made this possible. And on behalf of the Company of Fifers and Drummers, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to the St. Mary's Prize Band of Limerick, Ireland. Thank you for traveling all this way to participate in the event today. So it's no surprise to anyone that the past 2 years have been hard on this community, with all our events rooted in social gatherings. So I'm really thrilled to see so many people, such a large gathering of folks here today at the National Muster. The National Muster is held annually, and it's open to all Fife and Drum Corps, and the Company of Fifers and Drummers is honored to have the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps hosting this year. So enjoy the music today, make some new friends, and let's make some beautiful noise. Cheers.
Please stand, if you can, for the prayer of the Company of Fifers and Drummers. Almighty God, Father of freedom, author of the blessings of liberty, we thank you for the great company of ancient musicians who in their several generations have been instruments in the search for human dignity and messengers in the pursuit of happiness. We commend all who have marched before us into your safekeeping, seeking for ourselves such wisdom and understanding as may strengthen us as citizens of a free society, inspiring in others a like desire by our music and example. We ask your protection for fifers and drummers throughout the land and the hope of your divine providence for all. Amen. All righty, please welcome the Young Colonials who are going to come out and play the National Anthem for us.
The young Colonials from Carmel, New York. One of the best junior corps in America.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so very much. Thank you, young Colonials. That was beautiful.
Okay, that concludes the opening ceremonies here, and now for the rest of the afternoon
Stony Creek Fife
and
Drum Corps
evening.
was organized in the spring of
Here's Stony Creek.
1886 in an old blacksmith shop a short distance up the road from their present headquarters, Seaside Hall, which was purchased in 1936 and located in Stony Creek, Connecticut. The first official appearance of the Creek was June 17, 1887, at the dedication of the Soldiers and Sailors Monument atop East Rock in New Haven, Connecticut. The Corps has not stopped drumming since. The Creek plays rope tension drums and wooden six-hole fifes. They play music from the American Revolutionary time and Civil War periods, as well as contemporary ancient pieces. Today, they will be marching on to Baker's Buck.
Okay, we're just about to leave you, but we are going to cover the first Stony Creek Fife and Drum Corps tune that is going to start any moment. And then, as I said, all afternoon, all evening, all up until 10 o'clock, every band that was in the parade is going to be playing here on the baseball field. So, you know, the people in Branford are going to be they're going to be treated to the wonderful Fife and Drum Corps music for the next 10 hours. It's unbelievable. The music is so good. Now, here comes Stony Creek, and let's enjoy it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host for the 2022 National Muster. uniforms of the Creek were a band type, which were gray in color. In 1929, the Corps changed to a red and blue uniform of the band style. The biggest change came in 1935, when for the next 10 years the Corps wore colonial uniforms with long coats, making for a striking and splendid appearance. The Corps later changed to the uniform you see today. According to Guiding Light and longtime member Lou Lavassa, this was styled after General Montcalm's summer attire. Who knows if it's true or not? Today, the Creek is under the direction of Wayne Fournier, and they were going to start today's performance with the Old 2-4 medley.
It's been great to bring this to you. So until next time, for BCTV, I'm Frank Twohill. Goodbye.